down. I think this is from Canberra, but I'm talking about Adelaide. Twilight pay, it can be very, very difficult to sight the ball. And that's not just because of the skies in Australia, etc. You find it difficult to sight the ball even in India, in that twilight session. It's the afternoon session and the evening session which is much more relaxed, or much more relaxed in terms of sighting the ball. How much of a challenge is this going to be? Because let's be honest, the Indian team, it's been a while since they played with pink ball. They've just played a 2 day game or a 1 day game, literally. Um, जैसे हमने बात की थी, जीजी ने जैसे पहले बताया था कि we have almost sidelined pink ball test cricket, and suddenly we are playing pink ball test cricket again, once again. How much of a challenge do you think this is going to be?
It will be a challenge for the younger people, for the younger players who have not played any pink ball games,
Yeah.
like the Yashasvi Jaiswal, and I think for all the good work that they did in that PM11 game, I think we should also um, consider that the bowling attack was quite inexperienced. Apart from those 10 or 11 overs that Scott Boland bowled, in fact, I was very surprised that they allowed Scott Boland, they allowed the Indian batters to get the exposure of facing Scott Boland for such a long time. Normally,
Hmm.
it's very unlike Australians to do that. So and in our case, I think Jasprit Bumrah was very smart to not bowl at all in that game, so that he did not want any more video analysis or footage. Obviously, we are playing each other so often, and there is so much of statistical and video analysis going on in today's day and age that there are very few secrets. But still, whatever secrets or weapons that he has in his armory, I think he would like to keep it to himself. And so I think India was smart, and I don't think India also bowled the lengths that they would bowl had Sam Constas been a part of the playing 11 in Adelaide. I think they allowed him. Maybe they
Score
sold
this
him
one,
a dummy by bowling the lengths that they did,
yeah.
but yeah, it will be a challenge for the younger people.
Bumrah would not even play all the 5 Test matches. Honestly, I do not
Honestly,
think so.
if we win
Against
the series,
England at home, they didn't play him in the 5 Test matches. New Zealand last moment they let him go to celebrate Diwali with his wife in the third Test with the WTC spot in the online. So I don't think यार वो टूट जाएगा वो उसका body if you allow him to play, if you make him play each and everything. So it's just
okay,
pure rest. I don't think this thing कुछ वो है. That is just a case of pure resting him and ensuring that he's completely fit and fine and firing. 15 दिन के गैप के बाद में आएगा वो. So like that. And other than that, Scott Boland को underestimate मत करो भाई, कुछ भरोसा नहीं है. ठीक है, I've seen one Ashes, I think that 22-20 when England went to Australia, and he was pretty deadly, and he kept taking wickets, and he was quite. I think एक ओवर में उन्होंने शायद 3 विकेट लिए थे. He was twice on a hat trick, something like that. So he can be a very tricky customer. क्रिकेट में कुछ नहीं कर सकता भाई. राशिद राणा डेब्यू कर रहे थे लास्ट मैच में. Ended
Hmm.
up, said initially got stuck into him. Then he managed to, clean up his stumps with a beauty. So you never know, yeah. And Aussies also must be hungry to come back, with a bang. They're also in with the line. They also have a chance for WTC qualification, final qualification. So let's not, underestimate Scott Boland. He can be a tricky
I think
bowler to face.